What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. So, first of all, before we jump into this video, I just want to say I have no idea really what I'm doing when it comes to making dev content on YouTube. I've been making videos on YouTube now for quite a long time, but it's all been gaming related. And I think, finally, after years of working on that, it seems I have kind of figured out a way to make content that people like and find entertaining, hopefully. But this is a completely new channel and I've streamed on it a few times, but this is the first video. So we're kind of in uncharted territory for me. But ultimately, I've been trying to figure out what to do when it comes to making videos about dev stuff. And I've just decided to just go for it and I'm just going to have fun with it? So with that being said, I've written a script for this video and we'll see, I guess, how much I stick to it and how much I don't. So let's get started. So, first of all, my name is Nick, and I've been making games for well over a decade now. In fact, when I started making games, I actually blogged about my whole experience learning how to make games with little to no dev experience or education. So that's out there somewhere. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But anyway, it's kind of funny because even though after a year or so of writing those blogs, I was able to start working at a company making games professionally, game dev is just so hard and complicated that for years, even sometimes to this day, I still kind of feel like a noob. You can call it a lack of confidence, imposter syndrome, whatever you want, but the reality is game development is so vast of a topic and it contains so many subcategories and specializations and professions that you could easily dedicate your whole life to it and not even come close to knowing everything. And that's why I actually created this YouTube channel. Right now, I'm in the early stages of making a game that I'm fully committed to and would happily make it my life's work, but obviously, it's probably a good idea to start getting the word out online about it somehow, eventually at least. Then, if I'm going to do that, I might as well start making game dev content, especially considering that I already kind of figured out YouTube on my main channel. So that's left me with a tough decision to make. What kind of videos should I be making? Do I keep my channel all about my game? Do I try and make a documentary or something? Or do I just post tutorials or something like that? Well, I think I've figured it out. And the answer to all of my previous questions is yes. Like I said, there's an insane amount of things to learn about game development. And after consuming a lot of game dev content and realizing that so many devs out there are making content even if they've never finished or shipped a single game, and after years of doing game dev professionally, and shipping multiple games, I definitely do have lots to share about game dev that hopefully some people out there will find useful. Also, some of the most useful content I've found online for figuring out how to make games and how to get better at it has just been from conversations about certain tools, certain design philosophies, and, occasionally a guide is obviously very useful. Also, let's not forget devlogs. Sometimes developer diaries alone can provide so much insight that it can really inspire so many things about your own work. So, I've basically decided to do all of the above. The general idea is this: if I genuinely feel I have some useful insight to someone out there making their own game, or better yet, just starting out making games, if I know I can make a good video about a specific topic that can help a person like that, then I will. If I feel like there's an interesting conversation to be had about a more complex topic, perhaps with a developer friend or even just a thought experiment on my own, if there's a tool that I really feel you need to hear about, or that's had a massive impact on how I work, whether it's an editor, a script, a plugin, whatever, So long as its impact is profound enough to really matter, then yeah, I'll try and make a video about it. And of course, so long as I actually have new information and interesting things to say about the progress I'm making on my own game, Earth and Heart, that's what the game's called, by the way, then I will make a video about that too. But I want this channel to be more than just a marketing tool for my game because, I don't know, that can come off so contrived and unnatural and just cringe. I want the channel to genuinely help people because I know what it's like being a solo indie dev out there all alone and not being sure if you're on the right track or not. And more than that, I also hope we can build a genuine community of devs based around a shared passion for video games and programming and design and art instead of it all being one big ego stroke. Because let's be real, there's already way too much of that out there. I'd like it to be a place where if there's something I want to talk about and it's related to making games and it's useful or interesting, I want to be able to talk about it, whatever it is. And lastly, I want this channel to be approachable to anyone at any level. I don't want to alienate people with insider jargon, and I also don't want it to be so surface level that there's absolutely nothing here for people with more experience. I want to make videos about the most basic things ever and the most advanced because even in 2025, there's still so little information out there about making games on any level. I don't really want to set so many rules that there's a type of content I just can't do. Like, I think, for example, there are valuable ways of doing React content for dev stuff because some of the most interesting and productive conversations around game development are kind of dissecting other people's ideas. So we'll probably do some of that as well. But enough yapping. Bearing all of the above in mind, I want my first official video to be how to make games or how to make a game. I've not totally decided the title yet, but I want it to come out soon. It will be my first official video on this channel because this one doesn't count. This was just clickbait because I started writing the script for my first real video and got carried away and realized I had a lot to say. So yeah, rip to you guys, I guess, for clicking on this video. So I'll see you in the next video, or maybe not, because if you're actually a game developer watching this, then you probably should be getting on with making your own game instead of watching videos on YouTube. That's tip number one, I guess. Chatting shit online about how good you are is shut the fuck up and get on with it. Nobody cares. In fact, they'll only care once you've actually made something good. So if you got work to do, just keep your head down and focus and crack on. Oh yeah, I forgot to say whilst I was recording this video that I also made a website. I just kind of figured that with me being deeper down the programming rabbit hole now, that first of all, making a site would be really easy. And considering the fact that I've been holding on to this domain for a few years now since I decided to jump back in with both feet with game dev and with all of this serverless tech and stuff now that I keep hearing web devs go on about, I figured I could just get a site up and it costs next to nothing. So I'm probably going to post a script for this video over there if for whatever reason you'd rather read instead of watch the video. But it could be useful to post information about the game and stuff. And I may even do just some dedicated blog posts at some point because I do enjoy a bit of writing. So the website is owlface.games. That sounds interesting. Go check it out. Okay, now that's it.